Harry Potter has the best musical score in cinematic history. None of the magic inside of Hogwarts comes from any wand or incantation. 100% of the magic inside of the wizarding world comes from 4 dudes and a Celeste. The difference between a good score and a great score is the ability to tell a comprehensive story without any visuals, dialogue, or background plot information. Film composers have this seemingly impossible job of forcing you to feel whatever emotion the director wants at the exact moment they want you to feel it. Star Wars, Phantom Menace, Duel of the Fates. This is a heavily impactful piece with ever-changing tempo and intensity. You're rushed with this anxiety and in the context of the film wondering if young Anakin will lead with Obi-Wan as a brother figure, Qui-Gon as a father figure, or if he'll lose them both. Or the uneasiness of Catch Me If You Can's main theme. It feels like we're tiptoeing, trying not to get caught alongside Abagnale. These are the works of musical and storytelling genius John Williams, the mastermind behind Harry Potter. Without a doubt, the most iconic leitmotif in the whole series is Hedwig's theme. Think of leitmotifs as this piece of music that represents people, places, or ideas. Ironically enough, the piece titled Hedwig's Theme does not represent the character Hedwig directly. It gets kinda complicated, strap in. In the 3 films that John Williams composed, Hedwig's theme is played 36 separate times, 16 of which are before Harry is even introduced to Hedwig. This piece couldn't possibly represent the character of Hedwig or the location of Hogwarts. So it must be there to represent an idea. But what? Perseverance, courage, hope. Hedwig's theme represents aspiration. This piece is played on a Celeste. The Celeste is this beautiful instrument similar to a piano. Unlike the piano, however, it hammers plates of metal instead of strings to make its sounds. Watch at the end of the first film. Harry's talking with Hagrid about family and returning to the Dursleys. Listen as Hedwig's theme grows and develops. The second Harry experiences hope that this summer will be different, does the theme come in blasting to full effect.
But Hagrid, we're not allowed to do magic away from Hogwarts. You know that.
I do. But your cousin don't, do he? Hey?
The theme builds and builds, drawing back to the found family Harry has with Ron and Hermione, finishing off with the same theme to end out the film. It's powerful. Compare this to Deathly Hallows Part 2 by composer Alexandre Desplat. The theme builds and begins but gets cut off completely. And I mean, look at the state of the world at this time. Hogwarts is under attack, friends are gone, and morale is low. The music perfectly subliminally symbolizes this. Good music tells a story and can even foreshadow what's to come. This piece of music represents the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher Gilderoy Lockhart from Chamber of Secrets. The music sounds familiar, there's just something off about it. But look what happens when the theme gets pitch shifted from its original key. Up from G to A. This music is a corrupted version of Hedwig's theme. Lockhart takes the achievements of others and twists them to make it his own, perfectly foreshadowing the reveal that he's a complete fraud at the end of the film. The same sort of musical setup payoff happens in Desplat's Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. As Harry is about to walk into the forest to become Master of Death, he uses the Resurrection Stone to speak to all of his loved ones one last time. The song that's playing is called Lily's Theme. However, throughout the course of the film, this piece is used to represent the emotions of a completely different character.
You have your mother's eyes.
The musical foreshadowing is hinted to the audience, and the connection between Snape and Lily is shown way before it's revealed to Harry. This idea is completely laid out in the opening piece of Nicholas Hooper's Half-Blood Prince. The film opens with the always iconic Hedwig's theme, but slowly morphs and changes into this new piece. This theme explores love, Dumbledore's love for Harry. This exact theme is circled back at the end of the film after Dumbledore's death.
Severus. Please. Avada Kedavra.
Now it's the love that Harry and the rest of the wizarding world at large feels towards Dumbledore. The last time this leitmotif is played, and this is just brilliant, is at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2, while Snape shares his memories.
Don't tell me now that you've grown to care for the boy.
This leitmotif that we all recognize at this point in the series tells the audience how much Snape really loved Lily, even when it's too painful for him to say it himself. In Prisoner of Azkaban, while Harry looks longingly at a picture of his parents, Lily and James, a new song starts to play, A Window to the Past. This song is slowly built up to be one of the most important songs in the whole film. It's first played on a celeste to give that personal familiarity to Harry. The main theatric themes of Prisoner of Azkaban follows Harry and the repercussions of his parents' murder, how he deals with the grief and his newfound relationship with his godfather, Sirius Black. The piece grows with Harry's journey with grief and throughout the film. It completely changes the instruments. The Lonely Celeste is replaced with recorders and harps and flutes and other wind instruments. It grows in strength as Harry grows.
I would have thought it would be obvious. I assumed it would take the shape of Lord Voldemort.
I did think of Voldemort at first, but then I remembered that night on the train and the Dementor.
Well, I'm very impressed. That suggests that what you fear the most is fear itself. This is very wise.
This theme plays in Harry's multiple meetings with Professor Lupin, and it becomes more confident as Harry learns more about his past.
Expecto Patronum!
Well done, Harry. Well done.
This theme of longing and loss gets a complete change in meaning when Harry produces his Patronus. He uses the same memories of longing for a family, for love, but at the same time he flips it into ideas of happiness. The most confident rendition of this theme is played with horns triumphantly blaring, and it plays again when Harry faces the Dementors at the lake.
Expecto Patronum!
The final rendition of A Window to the Past is played at the conclusion of the film when Harry is speaking to Sirius. Harry's journey with grief is complete. The theme starts with the recorder, eventually adds the horns, and ends with a full orchestral rendition of the piece, following the complete journey it went through, from Harry being alone in his room to the bridge with Lupin to his first Patronus.
I expect you're tired of hearing this. But you look so like your father. Except your eye. You have my mother's eyes. In here.
The piece follows and summarizes the complete story. Let's talk about Mickey Mousing. Here's your 60-second introduction to the history and uses of Mickey Mousing. It's the 1930s. You can now have sound inside of your cartoons. What a time to be alive. Voice actors at the time weren't really considered real actors, and it was just seen as a talentless art form. Studios decided to use orchestral music to convey emotion and story beats instead of traditional dialogue. Disney Animation being the primary contributor to popularizing this. Every single action the character takes has a musical track to aid to the visuals. There's tiptoeing music, this shimmy bounce thing, circling around each other. This form of musical storytelling is what's known as Mickey Mousing. It was extremely popular in the 30s and 40s until audiences caught on to the practice and started seeing it as a cheap trick to manipulate the audience's emotions. Even today, Mickey Mousing can be seen in moments of high emotion or significance. Mickey Mousing is found all the time inside Harry Potter, especially inside the Philosopher's Stone. Owls delivering the mail, Neville flying on his broom, Hermione hovering a feather, or the flying keys. Did you notice anything about these examples? All four are examples of something flying through the air. The songs that accompany this are this high-tempo, high-pitched music that obviously parallels Flight of the Bumblebee. Mickey Mousing is pushed hard in these movies, and one of the most obvious examples is during Prisoner of Azkaban. John Williams tracks the emotion and literal actions of flying through Hogwarts in the song Buckbeak's Flight. The song starts with this rolling percussions of the tom-tom and quickly ascends with multiple risers and changing to F minor. The music rises with Harry. As Buckbeak flies higher and higher, the score changes, rising from F minor to B minor, then again to C minor. All of this rising builds up to the moment Harry feels free. He puts his arm out and takes in the beauty of Hogwarts. The key changes to E major and the same melody as the beginning plays, but this time with the same confidence and freedom as Harry. The music descends and Buckbeak lands with the song ending out in B major. Now wasn't that neat? Musically, one of the pieces that sticks out most in my head is Patrick Doyle's Durmstrang theme from Goblet of Fire. Do you see that? They're hitting the sticks. That sure looks like a solid case of Mickey Mousing to me. I'll hum this one during class. I'll get crazy looks. Music accompanies almost every single action in this film, except when there's a lack of magic. Harry goes to the zoo or walking through King's Cross. These are Muggle activities, if you will. Music is a very magical thing, therefore it doesn't belong inside the Muggle world. Hey, how's it going? It's me. The video's over. Don't go anywhere yet. I guess I really just wanted to say thank you for all the support that I've gotten. We hit 500 subs a while back, and I didn't address it in the last video because I forgot. So that's what we're doing here. I'm saying thank you so much for 500. That's actually like a crazy number to think about. Like, think of 500 people in a room just hanging out. That doesn't abide by fire safety laws. I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. If you're not subbed, you can. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.